Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Laverna and this is Freedom in Christ Jesus, or Freedom ICJ for short. And this is a continuation of my discussion on fasting. First, I want to make sure to ask you that if you've enjoyed the content, that you like the video. If you've not subscribed, welcome. Make sure that you subscribe and then tell somebody about the video. Share with your friend or a loved one or somebody that you think might benefit from the information here. It's my intent to post a video, at least one video a day, at least for now, and it'll be all kinds of helpful content that will aid you in whatever change process that you are going through. So let's get started. So the topic of this particular video is that fasting breaks bad habits. I think I just passed it, but yeah. So fasting can impact your habits, your desires, your compulsions. And this video will kind of go into a deep dive on how that happens. So fasting has an effect on the following things: mindfulness, discipline, neurobiology, and emotional regulation. And it can create a conducive environment for breaking old habits and establishing new habits. And so in the following presentation, I'll be discussing how these things occur. Number one, increased mindfulness. So when people fast, they become more aware. They become more conscious of their actions and their habits. And this awareness leads to increased mindfulness. And this heightened awareness can help individuals recognize and address their bad behavior patterns. I happen to be fasting today, and this mindfulness and this awareness is definitely true. When your stomach pains start to come, you're alert and you're aware, and the fact that you're not full, it just makes you conscious. And of course you have to make repeated decisions throughout your period of fasting to resist and ignore, but it does cause you to become more mindful and more aware and recognize what's going on with you. Number two, self-discipline. Fasting requires self-discipline and willpower to resist the temptation to eat or engage in certain behavior. So there's a supernatural aspect to fasting, but there's also a natural aspect to fasting that requires your participation. It requires you to make decisions, to use self-discipline and your willpower to decide how you're going to behave. So fasting helps that kick in more. You definitely become more aware of it, and you definitely have to make decisions when you're tempted to break your fast because you smell something good or because your stomach is growling. You have to say no as an act of your will. Okay, so it says this practice of self-control can spill over into other areas of life, including breaking bad habits. So if you can exercise your self-discipline in a fast, then that ability begins to spill over in other areas of your life. Number three, fasting provides an opportunity for introspection and reflection. As individuals spend more time contemplating their behaviors, their motivations, their goals, you're aware, you're thinking, you're thinking about why you're on this fast, why you need to discipline yourself, why you need to make changes. You're reflecting on what's going on in your life and how, if you don't make changes, how it's going to affect your future, how it's going to affect your goals. So it gives you a time of reflection. It says this introspection can lead to insights about the root causes of bad habits and strategies for breaking them. And this is where prayer comes into the fasting, for spiritual purposes, really for any purposes. It's good to pray and fast. And in your time of prayer, you can hear from God about strategies for, breaking the habits, for dealing with the issues that have you bound and restricted, that have you going down destructive paths. It's a time of introspection and reflection, and I would add spiritual revelation as well. All right, number 3. Number 4, resetting habits. So fasting can serve as a reset for habits, including unwanted behavior. Okay, by abstaining from certain activities and or indulgences during fasting periods, individuals can disrupt the reinforcement of those habits and create space for new, healthier behaviors to take root. So you're making an exchange. You're making an exchange for the bad, negative, destructive, unhealthy behavior for more positive, healthy, purposeful behavior that serves for your good and serves for your future. Better choices, better habits. Number 5, fasting has been associated with increased mental clarity, improved mood, and reduced impulsivity. Says this supports efforts to break bad habits. So fasting helps your mind. It helps you think clearer. It it helps you be in a better mood, and it helps you restrain yourself. So the things that push your button just like that no longer are able to push your button. You have calm and peace and self-control, and so you're not as impulsive and just to make a lot of bad decisions because you didn't think about what you said or what you did. You just did it, and it turned out bad. So there are psychological benefits to fasting. All right, number 6. There are neurological changes. It is shown that fasting induces changes in the brain chemistry. For example, it can increase the production of brain-derived neurotrophic factor. It's a protein associated with learning, memory, and behavior regulations. So these neurological changes may facilitate the process of breaking bad behaviors by enhancing cognitive flexibility and resilience to temptation. It helps you to make right decisions. It helps you to resist. It helps you to say no when you want to say yes. It's actually changing, impacting your brain, your decision-making capacity. All right, number 7. Breaking the cycle of reward. So behavior habits are reinforced by the brain's reward system, which associates certain actions with pleasurable outcomes. Fasting interrupts this cycle by depriving the brain of immediate rewards. This allows individuals to reevaluate their behavior without the influence of immediate gratification. So over time, this can weaken the association between the behavior and the reward, making it easier to break the habit. So usually when we have bad behavior, we get some satisfaction out of it. And we do it because we get some satisfaction out of it. And that's why we keep doing it. And so when you fast, you interrupt that cycle. You interrupt that cycle and you allow yourself to reevaluate the behavior and make different decisions. So it weakens the power of the reward that's associated with the bad behavior. All right, number 8. Cultural and spiritual significance. So engaging in a fast within a cultural or religious context can provide additional motivation and support for breaking bad habits. Individuals may feel a sense of accountability to their community or higher power, God, and there's additional motivation and support. So it's great. It's really great and helpful when you can do a fast with a group of people, with an organization, and you're not doing it alone. You get accountability because everybody is wanting everybody to succeed, and you get support. Okay, number 9. Emotional regulation. Fasting can also promote better emotional regulation. As individuals learn to cope with hunger, discomfort, cravings without resorting to maladaptive bad behaviors, okay, this improved emotional state or emotional resilience can translate into greater ability to cope with stress, boredom, or other triggers that cause bad habits. Number 10, shift in priorities. During fasting, individuals often prioritize their health and their well-being, which can lead to a reassessment of their overall lifestyle choices. And this shift in priorities may promote individuals to, or they may prompt individuals to confront and address the underlying factors contributing to their bad behavior, such as stress, boredom, or emotional stress. So it helps you to start thinking about your health and your well-being when you're being challenged with changing behavior. You start thinking about what is this doing to my health? What is it doing to my family? What is it doing to my well-being? And you can begin to reassess and make different decisions. Okay, we'll continue. We have about 3 more slides to go. So number 11, it says increase self-awareness. So highlighting connections between physical sensation and emotions and behaviors, recognition of triggers for bad habits, and development of coping skills. So fasting calls you to be more self-aware and to understand connections between your physical sensations and your emotions. When you feel sad, do you have this tendency to go eat a whole gallon of ice cream? Or do you, when you're feeling super insecure about relationship challenges, do you pick up the phone and call the person 100 times? You just become aware of the things that you do and why you do them, what your triggers are, and what you tend to do to cope with those things. Fasting helps you to identify those things. Number 12, a sense of accomplishment. Now this is a good one here. It says, successfully completing a fast can instill a sense of accomplishment and empowerment. This feeling of achievement can bolster an individual's confidence in their ability to overcome challenges and make positive changes in other areas of their lives, including bad behavior. So when you succeed, you feel good. When you succeed, you feel like you can accomplish another challenge. It encourages you, it empowers you, it gives you courage and confidence. And so accomplishing a fast gives you, completing it successfully gives you the sense of accomplishment. And that's why I recommend, if you haven't been a faster, that you start with a small time period, like 4 hours or 6 hours of just water only, and you get through that and you do it successfully so that you can have this sense, this feeling of accomplishment, because it really makes a difference. And then as you do that a few times, you extend the fast to maybe 10 hours, and you do that for a while, and you feel accomplished until you feel like, okay, hey, I can do more, because it's really important to successfully complete a fast so that you can have this sense of accomplishment. All right, number 13, supportive community. Many people engage in fasting as a part of a supportive community. We kind of talked about this a little bit. So you do it with your friends, your family, or your religious peers, associates, and there's this shared experience of fasting and mutual encouragement. And it can provide a sense of camaraderie. We're in this together, we're doing this together, and accountability. And this can all be beneficial for breaking bad habits through collective support and encouragement. All right, now this is the last point, number 14, learning healthier coping mechanisms. Fasting encourages individuals to find alternative ways with discomfort, alternative ways of coping with discomfort, stress, and cravings. It helps you to find alternative ways. As they experiment with different coping mechanisms during fasting, individuals may discover healthier ways of managing their emotions and addressing underlying needs, reducing the reliance on the previous bad behavior. Yeah, you have to figure out other ways of coping while you're fasting. You have to figure out other things to do while you're fasting. You can't go cook a full course meal while you're fasting. You can't stand in the kitchen and smell the food of somebody else cooking while you're fasting. No, you have to figure out some other things to do. And there are other things to do. Um, like reading, you go exercise, you go watch watch my channel and learn. So there's other things to do uh, while you are successful at completing your fast. Now let's summarize here. So this presentation encapsulates the essence of how fasting can contribute to breaking bad behavior habits effectively. Okay, it incorporates various aspects such as mindfulness, self-discipline, reflection, psychological benefits, neurological changes, and community support. Number 3, it provides a comprehensive understanding of how fasting can facilitate positive change in behavior. Slide B, conclusion B. It says it delves into the underlying psychological and physiological mechanisms influencing behavior. Yeah, fasting will bring these things out. It addresses not only the surface level habits, but it also will take you down to the deeper rooter. You'll do you'll do a deep dive while you're fasting, and the Holy Spirit will begin to open up and reveal to you things that are going on in you deep down inside. When you silence the stomach and your spiritual ears, are heightened. Number 6, overall, the presentation highlights the multifaceted benefits of fasting for change and for breaking unwanted habits and behaviors. All right, now that's the end of the presentation. If you're still here, thank you for staying. I hope you got something beneficial out of this. And come back and check out my other videos because I got a lot more to share. Make sure again to like this video and hit the subscription button and bell, and share this video with somebody that you like and love. Till next time,